Hey there friends, it's David D at PRM and welcome to another video. We're going to do UBI, an establishment perspective. So Paul Krugman, who is an establishment figure, released a video today on CNBC about his views on UBI and other things, but we're just going to tackle the UBI. So for those who don't know who Paul Krugman is, he's a professor of economics, he's a New York Times columnist, and a Nobel Prize winner in economics. So the guy is obviously top tier. He's definitely establishment all the way. So let's see what he has to say about UBI. Maybe we'll break it down a little. Okay, so he says, quote, "The trouble with UBI is it's a cost that is beyond what is politically possible in the next several decades, or it's going to be way inadequate," end quote. Okay, so he believes the cost, which the cost is high for UBI. He just believes it's not politically possible. So I'm looking at the words here. He didn't say it's not economically possible. He says politically possible, he's basically saying there, in my opinion, that a politician can't survive it. Okay, it's going to be too damaging to the politician's career and electability. That's what I think he's alluding to there. Or he said it's just going to be inadequate. So basically, he doesn't think it's going to do anything. He's basically saying we're going to give a bunch of people a bunch of money, and it's not going to do anything. It's just simply going to give people money who didn't earn it. We're just going to give them money. Okay, so basically, that's what I think he's saying there. He goes on, though. He says it's more about programs for people with real needs, like universal health care and other programs targeted towards children. Okay, well, I'm definitely for universal health care, and I'm definitely for programs targeted towards children. So he's basically saying here, instead of going the UBI route, let's focus on universal health care and other programs targeted towards children's health. And honestly, I'm for those. I think we can have both. I think we can have UBI and these programs, but once again, this is coming from an establishment perspective. It's not going to line up with my views or yours if you're an Andrew Yang supporter, if you're a Bernie supporter, and the like. But it's still important to hear an establishment perspective just to match it up with ours, which is usually outside the establishment. So it gives you a good reference point to know where you're at. He also said something to the effect, the only way UBI would make sense is if we were right on the verge of where the robots take all of the jobs. And, Andrew Yang talks a lot about this, how Amazon is sucking up commerce. And I think that the figures is in 2019, this year, 10% of all American jobs are getting automated just this year. So he might have a point that, okay, 10% of all the jobs in America isn't all the jobs in America. It's just 10%. So 1 in 10 jobs in America is getting automated. Does that equal the robots are taking all of our jobs? Is that hyperbole? So he's basically saying that, and he might be right a little bit there. It's not like 50% of the jobs are being taken this year. It is 10%. But the problem here is, as time goes on, that number is going to get exponential. It's going to be 20%. As AI grows in its capacity, it's going to get to the point very quickly where it's going to be more than 10% a year. It's going to be 15, 20, 25. It's going to climb. So, yes, maybe not right now, okay, but very soon. And I think people like Andrew Yang are getting ahead of the curve with UBI and just trying to run it through before that moment hits, because it's already crushing so many people now. I understand why he would want to get that in there. Okay, and a couple other notes here. He mentioned universal health care, but this Paul Krugman guy, he wanted Medicare for America, which is not the one I like. But then again, I'm not for the public option. So once again, that's more of an establishment viewpoint. So just to contextualize this guy, he's very establishment. But like I said, it's okay to have different viewpoints. It's okay to listen to different viewpoints. And it's okay to compare. So let me know what you think about this video. Like, sharing, comment down below.